Okay, Linux Regal Elite Walkthrough Part 2. Let's cover applications. When you click on the applications menu, you will notice several different categories, each one self-explanatory. Video players, movie makers, and so on can be found in sound and video. Handbrake would be for making movies for your portable devices. OpenShot's a great movie editor. DVD makes DVDs and stuff that you can play at any DVD player. And other, if you install ATI drivers, you'll find the CCC. Quite a few things in here. There's Gparted. Printing. Users and groups. Users and groups is to add additional users, accounts, to manage the groups that they're members of, to adjust your account types, names, passwords, and so on. And here you can adjust the user privileges. Adding yourself to certain groups allows you to have certain privileges, etc. Click Add to add additional users to the computer. Installing printers, just go to Other, Printing. If you click Add, enter your sudo password. To add a network printer is pretty simple. Expand the network section. Any printer on the network should automatically show up. Then you can choose the one that pertains to you and install it. If you need to find one, just search by IP address. Any Wi-Fi printer should have an LCD screen readout on the printer that should tell you the IP. If for whatever reason the Elite does not have your printer drivers, you're going to need to do some Google searching. Most manufacturers, Brother, HP, and so on, do have drivers for Linux. Just follow their guide on how to install them. Brother and HP are two of the most compliant when it comes to Linux. Once the printer is installed, right click on it and go to Properties. Here's your print test pages, printer options, and so on. Update Manager is already on your bar for installing updates. Startup Disk Creator for putting ISOs on USB drives. Here's your Office products. Anything that has to do with Office can be found in here. Your writer. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. There's financial software, there's email software, there's reader software, there's book software, etc. Internet products are in Internet. Self-explanatory what a lot of these is. Google Earth, pretty obvious. Very great little program for exploring the world. Graphics is all your picture and photo editing software, and you have enough to choke a horse. I will look into seeing if I can get someone to do some tutorials on picture editing for you to get you started with the basics. Games, self-explanatory. And then accessories. You'll find your terminal and screenshot tool and all that in here, calculator and so on. Brasro disk burner is one of your primaries, and so is K3B. To install additional software, if you need to, go to the Ubuntu Software Center. In here, additional applications number in the tens of thousands. They're split up into self-explanatory categories. Choose the category you want. In subcategories, choose the direction you're going. Find what you want and go. That's all there is to it. Anything in here is free to install. That pretty much runs through the basics of the applications and software. Anything in here that you're going to use every day, you can just drag and drop over to your launch bar over here. Anything you won't use over here, just right click and remove, as we spoke of earlier. Alright, now let's cover multitasking. Linux Regal Elite multitasks like no other. If you Control Alt and left click, it starts what's called Cube. Cube gives you the ability to multitask with a very cool look. Let's say I want to work with a folder and I want to be able to browse the internet, and I want to write a letter, and I also want to play a game. And I want to do it all at the same time, but I do not want them interfering with each other. And I don't want to have to dick with trying to trade windows down here. Now you can multitask with different desktops and choose the items that you want. Just like so. Choose the area you want to go to, and voila. Now, there is a second way that we multitask with Linux Regal Elite. If you hit Control-Alt-Z, pre-programmed in, is called Expo. Expo is a wonderful little app. Choose the one you want to go to, double click, and voila. Once again, that's Control-Alt-Z. And now you can multitask without tripping over your own feet. Cube, Control-Alt left click, Expo, Control-Alt-Z. In my opinion, Expo is a bit more practical. Changing your desktop backgrounds, right click on the desktop, change desktop backgrounds. Here's all the preset ones, and then if you go to picture folder, any pictures you've added to the system can be found in here, just like so. Once you add a photo of your own, let's go and add one of my own here. And notice down here, it gives you image scaling. Now you can scale it to fit the size of the screen accordingly as you see fit. And that's all there is to changing your background. Notice when you change your background, it also changes your cube and your Expo. Remember that TeamViewer is for your remote assistance. Everything else over here. And I believe we've pretty much covered all the basics. Changing themes, we'll cover that really quick. Other advanced settings. There are several pre-programmed themes. Click on theme. GTK Plus theme changes the look of the windows. Is what you can do is open one over here off to the side. Now you can actually change the look of it. Do whatever you see fit. Just like so. A bunch of them in here already preset. And that's all you do to set those. Icons, a bunch of them preset in here. As you can see, they change. There's a whole bunch of them in here. And that's all you do to change your icons. Cursor theme will only change in here if you're using Metacity and GTK. There's another video to tell you how to change your cursors using Compiz. As you can see, there's quite a few in here to pick from as well. This one only changes the borders around the window if you're using Metacity and GTK. If you're using comp is in Emerald, you need to use Emerald Theme Manager. That's it. That's how you make it look like you want. The last thing to note, these menus over here are adjustable. If you right click on it and go to edit menu, you can go through each list and remove the items you do not want by simply unchecking the box. Let's say there's something in here that just doesn't pertain to you. Simply uncheck the box, and now when you go back to it, voila, gone. That's how you modify and edit your menu, and you can even change the icons that say, okay, I wanted to keep that, but I don't like that icon. I want to change that icon, and I want to find something a bit more interesting for it. And now you can go through a bunch of icons and you can choose something that looks a bit more what you had in mind or whatever. And now it's back with the icon you chose. That ends part 2 of the Linux Regal Elite program. We hope you enjoy Linux Regal Elite. It is definitely one of the most advanced operating systems on the net today. Have a good one.